we send our warmest regards, and we thank you for all your prayers and all your support. And the church is growing. We recently just moved into a new place. Is a cozier place. Is a place that we are believing that we, as the church in Botswana, were able to really pay the rent and afford it ourselves, because we want to really honor God and honor even what Malaysia has been supporting us. And we just by the word of encouragement and obedience, we also move out by faith to this new place. So I'm not sure whether everyone saw the picture. Maybe I have a chance, I will show those pictures. But I've been there, like Elder Kuan Cheen is one of the longest, and it's time, in the sense that we have the local leaders stepping up, local leaders to take over. In fact, when Pastor Kenneth had that vision to start the church, it's never meant, in the sense, to have a Malaysian kind of lead there for the longest, because always we believe that revival starts with the locals. Revival starts with their own people. So I, in a way, my times is coming in a way to the end. I think it's by God's grace we are preparing the team there, and by your prayers and by your support, and I'm believing that ex-Botswana is positioned for the next growth. And we're going to see new leaders coming up, and I'm excited, and I want all of us to continue to be excited together, and I continue to pray, continue to support, and continue to just encourage. Amen. When Pastor Kenneth shared yesterday, I think God just confirmed in my heart again to share this. It's basically about what we learn in terms of what we need. One of the key things that we need for going forth in church planting. One thing we learn in Africa especially, I don't think it's just Africa, but in Africa or Southern Africa, there is, not just Africa, but generally us, we have problem with submission. Okay, you guys are awesome. At church, we are awesome, we have no problem with submission. But but the key word is, because the thing is, I noticed there's a lot of young ministers coming up, young pastors, and everyone want to plant their own church, start their own church. It's like churches everywhere, and some prophet here, some pastor there. You see this 20 years old. Again, we are not despising because of their youth and their age, but it seems that everyone is everywhere, and churches is everywhere. There are so many other churches, so many churches everywhere. Everybody doing their own stuff, doing things independently, doing things their way and stuff. So one of the challenges that when we first really pray for leadership to step up is submission. We're looking for people that are able to, in a sense, not able, in a sense, they're willing and want to submit to the vision of the house, submit to the vision of the church, and not just, carry out what they want to do. It's like, hey, I have this dream, I just want to do what I want to do. But we have many people like that, but not a lot of people who say, I want to be able to submit to the vision of the house. So that's one thing that we've been praying, and I myself learned that from submission, and of course we look for people that willing to submit. And actually, when I penned this down, I started because we are in the SHS conference and we are talking about missions. But vision cannot start when we don't have people willing to submit into submissions. And once, in a way, when you submit, naturally, you will then be commissioned. But the greatest test comes of your submission is after your commission. Because sometimes, I submit, then you're good. But when you are then being commissioned and then sent off, the test of submission will come after that. Are you willing to submit more? Or it's harder in that, because you think, now, man, I'm being given the authority, I have the power, I can do anything I want, man, I can just go. And so that's personally something I'm also learning. And I think Pastor Kenneth reminded us again, actions is about being real, be relevant, we share real stuff, the struggle that we go through, and I believe that all of us, not just me standing here, but all of us can, and there's nothing to hide, but experience to share and experience to learn. Amen. So my journey, and I learned one thing is, one thing that helps with submission is when you can trust or you have, well, in a way, have faith. How do you have faith on the person that commissioned you? Normally, it's easier if you know the person. It helps a lot. So for me, there was a time I struggled. Again, this is my person. It doesn't reflect on Pastor himself, but I struggled because I was like, okay, Pastor Joe, Pastor Dave, man, they got to know Pastor Kenneth more. I mean, they spent time more in the sense they knew you more, and I was like, I wish I have that privilege. Again, nothing wrong because I believe that God perfect. I mean, there's a reason for everything. So for my own struggle, it's like, I don't, not sure whether I really know Pastor Kenneth. And sometimes when like Pastor Lucas shared, then there's certain things that we're asked to do. It's like, is this, yeah, like, So the thing is, the more you know a person is so much easier. But the struggle for you to submit is when you may not really know. And of course, even my fiance, she also knows Pastor more than me. But anyway, but we thank God for God does bring in life partners and stuff, and so we talk, and she encouraged me, and she shared different things, and yeah, so pray. But that's the story for another time. But so. The thing is, you want to get to know a person, you can. So we have books, we have MTGs, we have other things that side. I remember every time I come back when I have an opportunity to sit in the meeting with Pastor or the SBO, I was like, wow, man, I can just like, I'll be just absorbing everything like, wow, just to get to know you. And every time I really have that privilege. But I was reminded, hey, look at Pastor Fran. And I just so encouraged by Pastor Frank. I'm not sure how long, in a sense, like, he know you, but Pastor Frank just ran right there with the vision and stuff. It doesn't really mean the quantity of time that you spend, but the quantity of time and how much you're actually willing to submit. And so it's like, okay, all right, okay, God. So yeah, so that's the lesson I'm still learning. And as I was going to share this, just ask God, say, God, how can I really encourage every one of us? Submission is really a hard word, but how can I, in a sense, make it easier? Say, God, help us to make the submission thing easier. And just as I was preparing this, God just shared to me, actually, okay, I have a verse. We are commissioned under submission into the missions by the one that commissioned us to bring glory, and the word here is honor to God. The word here is honor. When we submit to the person that commissioned us, we bring honor to the person. If you think away, maybe it's hard, how do I submit? But if you say, how can I honor Pastor Kenneth? How can I honor the person that sends me? Because talking about faith, not even sure, faith in believing that, Pastor Kenneth definitely walked by faith. That Pastor Kenneth himself had faith to send me. He's like, who am I, man? But Pastor Kenneth have even bigger faith to send me. So to honor him is like, wow, to honor the faith that Pastor Kenneth have. Above all, when you honor the man that commissioned you, you honor the God that commissioned the man that commissions you. So it brings back honor all the way back. So I think that's what I'm going to share. I think the time is up, but I think that's what I want to bring. I think I'm learning about submission and learning, but above all is to honor and just to end it. Of course, we learn from the 10 Commandments: honor your father and your mother, and you shall have long life. So I believe that as we continue to honor our leaders, spiritual father, spiritual mother, that God will give us long life, not just in physical long, but long life in the ministry that we God has put, whatever we do. And I believe that as the Acts Church is going to grow more and more, another 16 more years, we need to continue to pray for the culture of honor in this church. Amen. So thank you so much.